Okay, step 5 has you use the find and replace tool, and we are going to update in the cases table. So I'm going to open up the cases table. Remember, this is our navigation pane over here showing our different objects. Tables, queries, forms, reports, those are all objects that we use in Access. So here we are going to update where it says Office to Microsoft Office. I'm actually going to select this and copy it. I did a Control-C. Now I am going to use Control-F to open up my Find and Replace dialog box. And I'm going to find Office. It might have already been there from when I was practicing. And I'm going to choose Replace, and I want to replace it with Microsoft Office, and I want to replace all, and it's telling me that you will not be able to undo a replace all operation. Do I want to continue? And I'll say yes and close it, and now we can see that all the offices were changed to Microsoft Office. If you do use the undo key, it will change the very last record that was changed, but not all of the records. So that is what they are explaining to you in steps B and C. You do not have to go and use the undo button if you don't want to. You can just read the words to learn about that skill. Going to close this table. And we did not make any structural changes to it. We just changed the record. So you'll notice that it did not ask us to save that table. In step 6, we're going to filter some data in the case details query. So let's see if I can find that. Here we go. And we're going to filter all the records where the department is accounting. So I'm going to come over here to department. And the textbook is also telling you there's lots of different ways to filter information. I am going to choose this way. I'm going to click on this little pull down and say select all. And we only want to see accounting. And we also want to filter accounting for call minutes that are greater than or equal to 30. So I'm going to come down here and scroll over to the call minutes field and use the pull down here. And I'm going to use the number filter. So we want to use greater than or equal to 30. And I'll say OK. And now we can see that it shortened up the number of records to 5. I'll scroll back over. So we have all the records here that are in the accounting department with calls that are equal to or less than 30 minutes. If I close this query, do I want to save it? Yes. And then I open it up again. We notice that the records are not filtered. So when we create a filter, we can use the toggle filter to show that filter again. So as long as this is not grayed out, it's a dark gray, that means that there is a filter here. And as soon as we click on the toggle filter, it will show us our filter. But when we close the query and open it again, it's always going to be showing us all the records.